Greetings.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Fantastic. And yourself?
Not too bad. Ended up taking a nap after work, so pretty good.
Oh, there we go.
Hello?
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Hang on a sec. Can't hear you guys.
Everyone be super quiet.
That will be helpful.
Hello?
Hey.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
There you are.
Alright, cool.
Sorry for not listening.
Sorry I was a bit late. I was just grabbing my food.
No worries.
We all need to eat. I got
I
you.
made
Do we,
mac
though?
and cheese.
I mean, we should. At some point, I'm sure. Humans are not tarantulas. We cannot go weeks.
Bold of you to assume I'm human.
That is fair. I've now known you long enough that that is a very fair argument on your side.
I resemble
needed
that
to.
assumption.
If you needed to, you could go a month without eating.
You just gotta make sure you drink water.
Yeah, drink water and take potassium to protect your heart.
Yeah.
You could also just feed through intravenously, so that you're not technically eating.
Hey,
True.
there you go.
Or you just eat.
I mean, yeah, but eating is like so 2010, you know? Personally, I like to photosynthesize, you know?
Seriously, what are we, cavemen? We should stop eating.
You. Sometimes you guys just kill me. I love it.
That's our job.
That's his job, to kill us.
I
Okay,
got
I more meant
feel
it
good.
to like kill him in the crowd way.
Cortana, you are really quiet.
Oh, I was having this problem on Saturday. Hold on.
Well, which is it, Friday or Saturday?
It was on Saturday.
Who
My
could
mic has
possibly
been funky. Is this better?
No.
Yeah, it's better for me.
You're
Oh.
still like quiet.
Yeah, I just turned up your mic a while ago on my end. That worked for me.
Okay. I don't
But-
know what's going on. Let me try something quickly.
Yeah, I turned up your mic and it did nothing. That's oh boy. I mean, I can hear you. It's just silent. So if someone's talking over you, I won't hear shit.
Okay, is this better? Maybe I just
Yeah.
need like I feel like I'm talking normally, so I'm not like devoicing or anything.
No, it's better. I can hear you now.
Okay, good. I don't know what's going on. My mic has been funky.
Alright, so who would like to tell us what happened last week with our intrepid adventurers?
Goblins had decided, Breg convinced the goblins to help out in rebuilding a temple. We had some nice little holy paladins that came in saying, hey, we want to help too, and we'll take over. And Valdos tried to incite a holy war, but paladins didn't want to partake in the holy war. And then, yeah, we decided to go back to the city and deliver Silica, who we were supposed to rescue a week ago, but we said we never got around to it.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, you know the actual quest we were actually supposed to do.
Funny
I mean,
enough.
it's only been like a couple, like what,
I
2
think it's
days?
just been,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, this was all in the course of like a day or so. Like day and change. I don't think it's even been 48 hours. We whipped those goblins into shape pretty quick.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
yeah,
say you guys because if you actually go back in the episodes, I think you guys have been in the last like couple days in game. It's been it was the Weeping Willow. Then the next morning was like episode 2, Darkness at Sunrise, and then by the end of that day, you guys were in the temple, and then it was the next you guys spent 1 day in the temple, so you guys have been here for maybe 34 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, that
geez.
sounds right.
Really? I swear it was longer.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I know. It feels it's almost like we've been working on getting the temple done for like a month or something, but in
No,
game
it's weird.
only been in game it's only been like a couple like a day and a half or so.
Goblin workmanship. It's fast and acceptable.
Especially with Zara's management.
Definitely.
Anyways, we decided to go bring back Silica as well as to look into Arkham, I believe, and figure out why he wants to find a person named Nook.
And got going early before people had a chance to sleep because we got interrupted by the visitors.
Yeah. I was gonna say the last thing you guys did was packed up. You guys got the cart packed up, and then you brought the red coins back to the paladin visitors.
Yeah, and the paladin said that they'd look into it. I think, or did we take the coins?
No, they said they'd look into it.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just had a moment.
Super quiet again, Zari.
Gosh, dang it!
I'm gonna turn on Groove. Maybe that helps. Nope, still silent.
Well, that's because I muted myself to fix my mic.
Ah,
this-
that would explain it.
Is this better again, or is this still
I think so, yeah.
Ugh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
Hey,
alright.
don't apologize.
But yeah, so the end of last session, you guys had just gotten everything packed up and were ready to go.
Correct.
Yeah, we've got goblin escorts.
No.
Up our
That was last
prince
session we were on
list.
the road.
Well, yeah. You guys were leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because Zara was or not Zara. Cortana was on the back of Great Lord Murderfang.
Yes.
And then my dog shit on my carpet. Yeah. I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's right.
Exactly what Great Lord Murderfang would have wanted him to do. So
That
I feel like that was planned somehow.
yeah, it was. I sent a message to your dog, saying at this time, if this happens, do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take away her phone then.
Yeah, I would. But anyway, so it is still fairly early in the morning. You guys left out at probably like 1 or 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, it's like 1:30? I thought it was like
Yeah, no, you
4
guys.
a.m.
No, they got there at the Paladins got there just after midnight, so it's like 1:30 at the latest to 2 o'clock.
Ooh, okay.
We wanted to get back to town to be able to meet Arkham
That's right.
Yeah.
before we left.
Yeah, you guys wanted. Well, my assumption on that was that you guys wanted to get there at a decent time of day for Silica to be able to spend a little bit of time with her family during waking hours. And then to be well prepared for whenever Arkham comes into the Weeping Willow.
Being thoughtful, that doesn't really sound like us. You're sure about this?
Yeah, you know what? I think I gave you too much credit. Thank you, Voltus, for clearing that up.
Anyways, if we are in travel, I'll make a point to ask Senway to stop midpoint to retrieve the bag of coins that I buried when
Okay.
we came here in the first place.
Zenwi will not oblige. I'm kidding. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was almost back to Honeyrock, because I think you buried them outside of Honeyrock.
Oh no, it was about a few hours outside of Honeyrock. It was
Okay.
about the midpoint.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna ask. So last time you guys did this trip, I asked for 5. I'm gonna ask for 3 of you. Let's say.
I'll volunteer.
Okay, so Zara, let's say Belagorn, and Breck. Why don't you guys each roll me a d12?
All 12s, we die.
All 12.
1 and a 12. 2 1s and a 12.
Oh,
You know,
no.
I was close. Off by 10. 11.
Me too.
So that was what? Okay, so Breck, what was yours?
A 1.
A 1. Okay, Zara,
Belagorn was a 12.
A 1 as well.
and then a 12. Okay. So you guys, for most of the travel, things are uneventful. As you guys make it back to the intersection where the guard had talked to you before, that was about halfway into the journey. So as you guys are coming up to that, it's about 7:30ish in the morning. So the sun has come up. You see a fresh-faced, kind of tired guard. Halt! Well, what's... He kind of rubs his eyes, looking at Saint Wee, once again pulling the cart, kind of gives him an odd look, but then notices the person riding the warg, and it's like he got an instantaneous injection of his morning caffeine. You see him, oh, that's okay. Business, where are you? Oh, what? That's a. Why are you?
Zara is hiding right now, so if anybody else wants to talk to this guy, go ahead. But
Zainwe hisses at him.
Oh, don't worry. They're perfectly safe, I promise. We're just passing through.
Oh, yeah. Exotic and animal collectors? Why is that one wearing armor?
Man, it's big. What you gonna do? Not armor it?
It's a valid point.
That is a very valid point.
Right. Okay. Sure.
Do you need anything from us? We're just passing through.
No. You know what? Just go. Cleared. They're cleared. You see.
An awesome guard. Just
Okay,
waving
have a
through,
good
threatening
day,
people.
thank you.
As you see the other guards kind of look to each other, they just let you pass.
Well, I guess we know how the goblins got by before.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they even came by on the main road. And then I'm going to ask Fang, did they even come by on the main road?
We don't normally travel the main road.
Oh. You know, that could have been a smart idea since we have a bunch of things. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Oh well. We probably shouldn't have gone by main road, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's the longest I ever talked to a shack before. Damn.
Talked to a what before?
Them guards.
Oh. Do you not not normally talk to the guards?
Yeah, not usually.
Oh. Most of
You
them are
did a
very
fine
nice.
job.
Yeah.
Well, you got to learn new stuff. I guess we're out on the road and everything.
All right, shall we continue and deliver the fair Silica back to her parents?
Yeah, so you guys continue moving, moving forward, just kind of starting to. After a couple of hours, you start coming back into the fields and plains outside of Honeyrock. About 10 o'clock in the morning, you guys know you still have a couple hours of travel left, but you're getting back into like the rolling fields and things that you saw on your way out originally. As you guys are kind of cresting over this hill, you can see the field out in the distance. The field kind of some kind of movement out in the field that isn't going with the wind. The little bit of wind that's pushing against the corn and other goods.
Can I see what it is? Or, like, ask Fang if he smells anything?
You guys, as you kind of just keep an eye on it, because it is fairly well hidden within the actual produce. I'm trying to think of the word. This is not my night.
Underbrush?
No, it's like a field of corn. The
Crops?
crops.
Cornfield?
Thank you.
Oh,
I got you.
In
Listen
the crops, you can see it is moving closer, and then you see it stop for a minute, and you see it starts back up, and then another one just off to the side starts moving. Something else starts moving towards you as well.
Guys, there's stuff in the crops.
Do you suspect a threat, or could they just be wild animals?
I don't know. Fang, do you smell anything funny?
See, he kind of cocks his head for a second as he's breathing. As he goes, smells weird.
Okay, I will convey this to the group.
I'm gonna stop the cart.
I think that we should be prepared for something here.
Well, do we want to stop? I mean, we still have Silica here. Will she be okay if we just wander around the cornfield?
Oh, do we want to, like, just keep going and then just be on edge if they come at us?
You hear Silica. Is it something bad?
We don't know yet, Silica. We're looking.
See, she kind of
You're gonna be
nods.
just fine.
Zane, we suggest cart goes to town. Others can stay behind, just in case. 20 feet back.
Zane Wee. As you're saying the Zane Wee, you see something dart quickly from one field into the other across the road.
Oh gosh.
It's probably a creature just larger than a dog, like a large dog, about 4.5 feet in length. But you can see that it is almost kind of like a weird Oh, this is going to be hard to describe. Hold on a second. It's kind of almost like a weird, like burnt metal color, like an orange-ish. So it kind of quickly darts across the road. You can see it was a small creature, or medium-sized creature, about 4.5 feet, with tail and wings as it kind of darts across the road into the other side.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna prepare an action the next time something moves in front of me. At least within 15 feet of me, I'm gonna use my breath attack. Because right now, that thing and anything else is a danger to my cart. And I guess the people in it too.
Yeah, you kind of stop and you're watching, and then seeing as you watched it run across the road, you can hear kind of like this chuckle out of the cornfield as you see, you realize that it was carrying a wire, it looks like the wire is just slowly becoming more taut.
Across the road?
Across the road.
Oh.
Yeah, the cart's full halted at this point. I'm not taking another step.
It's like somebody's trying to set a trap, but they're too young to understand that you can't be seen setting a trap to set a trap.
Oh my gosh, I love them. That's cute.
I'm almost tempted to trigger the trap just to see what it does.
Well, Breck's more than happy to just walk along this wire and get to where it's going.
All right, so you come up. You guys. So whenever you saw that thing rush across the road, you saw that it came from the right to left. So I'm guessing you walk up to the wire and follow it to the left.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he does.
All right, so Breck, you kind of step into the cornfield, hand running along the rope, the wire, and then you try and get to the source of it. And as you kind of peek your head, heading into the cornfield, peek your head in between a couple stalks, you find hiding, kind of curled up, holding on to one end of the line. As it looks up at you, you can see that it has a scaled face, much like Saint Wee, with a long distended snout.
Oh.
Yeah, all right. What's your situation, fella?
You can see a horn right in the center, a small horn coming back with two small frills on the side. Two small horn frills. You see it. Uh-oh.
Now settle down, little scammer. What you doing?
We bandits.
Yeah, all right. What's you banding for?
Why? He looks really confused for a moment. See him. Well, we bandit.
Yeah, but like, what are you trying to get?
What mean? Why we? What do you mean? What are we trying to get? I'm confused.
What's bandit to you? Explain that part, maybe. We'll get there. We'll get.
Well, you stop carts.
That's like the whole thing.
I mean, we eat chickens.
Man, hell yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, chicken's good. They run real
Yeah.
fast, and then you can pounce at them.
Yeah, okay. Where are the chickens at?
You don't have chickens?
Well, not like on me presently, but I know of them.
Oh, well then, I mean, if you don't have chickens, then we shouldn't even do anything.
Are you hungry though?
I mean, no, we eat well.
All right. Well, y'all are good then?
Yeah.
Hey, you ever seen a big one of you?
Yeah. Yeah, my brother's big.
How
Well,
big? Damn.
I mean, bigger. Not. He's not like big. He's just kind of big.
Boy, you're in
Hey, you want to see
pretty-
one that's real big?
He gives you a weird look. See. Well, I mean, brothers. Probably like twice. Two.
Yeah, no, like way bigger. No, we can do bigger than that. You want to see a giant U? Different color? Whole world?
Are you talking about the one pulling the cart?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he have wings? That's stupid. We're
Hold
so
on,
much better because we have wings.
Oh, you got wings?
You just
Yeah,
got
he has
roasted.
wings.
Okay.
Hey, same way.
I can hear him, right?
Yeah.
I'm a unhitch myself from the cart and walk over.
He has been unhitched.
You
Yeah,
smooth
you got
skins
wings?
for Zainui.
What was that, Zainui?
Smooth skin called for Zainui.
Yeah, you got wings?
Zainui has teeth.
Yeah, that's better. It's true.
He's a dragonborn. He's not the same as me.
Zainui is better. Zainui is bigger.
Yeah, like a
Well,
lot bigger.
I mean, yeah, bigger. That's fair. But I'm smarter. Kind of
No,
not.
that's not.
He goes,
Impossible.
also better breath.
Oh, shoot. You guys want to have a contest with that?
Breath contest.
Zainui begs to differ. Tiny, shiny scale.
He kind of just shrugs. You see him. So Breck, you hear him let out like this series of kind of like growls and chitters. Zane Wee, as he does this, you literally hear him say, "Oh brother," kind of loudly, as you and Breck are off on one side of on the left side. So those of you who are still on the road, you watch as there's movement off to the right side as a creature kind of pulls itself to its full height, neck to tail, probably 9 to 10 feet.
Oh, he
Oh,
is
he
big as
wasn't
here.
kidding.
As
He
he
big.
kind of unfurls his wings, you see him step onto the road.
Do we know what this is? What kind of creature this is?
You've heard legends of creatures like this. Never seen one.
Would I know what it is or like what it does?
You guys, your initial thought is that it looks like a dragon. Valdos, you don't have to worry about making the check. Valdos, you recognize that this is a copper dragon.
Ooh. Oh, my good friend. What are you doing on the road?
My brother and I are playing.
Playing what?
Kinda...
Hide and seek?
So, Sane Wee, you hear this. You and Breck hear this as you guys watch. He kind of pounces across the road. Stands just at the edge of the field, staring down. He's about the at shoulder. He's just a little bit shorter than what Sane Wee would be, but he's the same lengthwise. See him. looking down at you, Zainwe. You see him. So, are you picking on my brother?
Zainri would never pick on a fellow shiny scale. Zainri is merely curious. He is small.
See him. Kind of think for a moment, is he? Kind of looks back to the cart. Zara, I believe, is currently sleeping, correct?
If not sleeping, definitely not participating. Too bright outside.
Not participating. So, Belagorn Valdos, as he, in Cortana, as he kind of looks back to you guys, like in your general direction.
I wave cheerfully.
See him. We can allow you safe passage. As he kind of turns back to you, Zainwe.
Safe
Zainri
passage
would.
from what?
Sorry. Zainri would appreciate this.
He nods as he. You trade for safe passage.
What would shiny scale like?
You see him raise his claw, and he points to Cortana and Silica.
Excuse me?
Zainri kind of looks at them, and looks back at the dragon, looks back at them.
Okay.
Zainri does not trade his lunch.
Excuse me?
He kind of, like, at first he was, kind of, like, smirky and, like, the one-upsman thing. As you see, suddenly just this look of what the hell just kind of comes over his face as his face suddenly snaps back in your direction. Zane, we see him. You eat them?
Well, not now, but soon. Zainri likes to keep, what is Smoothskin saying? Enemies close, lunch closer.
I don't think that's what that means. I don't think that's how that goes.
Zainri is almost positive. It is how Not Egg Mother and Not Egg Father taught him. You see he kind of looks back, Cortana, is he, like, are you sure you don't want to come with me?
What? Why do you want us?
Well, obviously he's going to eat you.
No, he won't eat us. The others won't let him.
Kind of nods. Well, I mean, it was just a joke, but you're a real monster.
I am not a monster.
Not you, the other Dragonborn.
Zainri prefers the term pragmatist.
That
That means something
No,
pretty
you're-
different. monster.
You're a monster.
No,
You are a very evil person.
I am sure other shiny scales agree. Yes. Sometimes you must eat.
The-
I eat. You eat.
We
Smooth
eat
skins are merely a
chickens,
supplement.
cows, not people. I mean, I'm
Cows are
sure
not very
some of us
filling.
eat people, but we don't eat people.
Not people. They are. How do you say? Cattle. Yes. Smooth skins are like cattle. They are good for many things. One of which being food.
Is anybody else really uncomfortable right
Yeah, at that point, I think Valdos would just grab
Yes, but
Silica
only
and
because
walk
it's
away.
sunny.
Wait, Valdos, what?
So Valdos would just grab Silica and walk away.
Yeah, I'm directing Fang to go with them and like rear guard the pack.
So you guys just hook Fang up to the cart and start moving on.
No, I would just grab Silica and just physically walk away with her. Fuck the cart.
Sarah will follow them.
So like all of you guys are just like, fuck the cart, we're leaving. Except Belagorn, what are you doing?
I'm just hanging around the cart still.
So you're just chilling, waiting to see how this goes down.
Sorry about that. Dogs got really rowdy.
Yeah, how dare your dog be a dog?
Hey, hey.
Can I like keep like I'm following them just to make sure they stay safe, but I want to like keep an eye on what's going on.
Oh yeah. You can. So you're just kind of keeping an eye on what happens to the others.
Yeah, I'm like splitting the difference because I know that Fang can run fast.
Right. So yeah, you see Sainwei, you see the dragon just kind of lets them pass as you see him. He kind of looks to Breck. This is the worst game of Bandit I've ever played.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to argue with you. We have no chickens. He was saying stuff. Generally kind of unfortunate. This game.
Well, I suppose there's always tomorrow.
What's a good game look like? Like when it's good?
Oh, people come down the road, and then we set up the wire, and whenever they, one of the horses hits the wire, they hop off their cart like, oh my, what is this? Why is this a thing? And then, two dragons jump out on either side of the road as he lets out this huge roar. You see him, and then they pee themselves and run away.
Zainui knows this game. Yes, played it many times. After the carts crash, Zainui and friends would then grab humans. Smooth skin shit.
Crash? We don't make the carts crash. We're just trying to scare humans, or
yes.
whoever.
Scare the smooth skins, and then we take cart and we take smooth skins. Very fun game. Zainui played many times.
This, I think that was that. We're playing a game. I think yours is actual banditry. You are being an actual bandit.
No, Zainui does not steal. It is property.
I mean, you took the people. That's definitely. It's not ideal, okay?
What do you do with the
Zainui
people
does
after you take them, Zainui?
Well, that depends. Sometimes we let them go. We sell them back to their villages for lots of items. Very shiny small discs, rocks, large metal, meat,
Oh,
Sometimes
man.
we keep them.
Look, I'm gonna have the same talk with you that we had with the goblins yesterday. I kind of thought it was different, but it seems like it's the same.
Zainweed does not understand.
Well, see, usually, taking stuff that's not yours is, more or less fine depending on the situation. But you're going a different direction with it altogether. It's not just yours is bad. All right, we'll talk more about it.
But it is Zainweed's. It is property of not Eggfather. It is our territory. We own it all.
See, the dragon kind of tilts his head, listening to how you're talking. See, you were raised by giants.
Yes. Tall not Eggfather was very giant, yes.
Like, how big? Like, way bigger than me?
Bigger than Zainweed. Zainweed looked small compared to them.
Yes, that's pretty big.
You see,
I had an please.
the younger brother kind of jaunts out onto the road at this point. Is he? See, enjoy the rest of your trip, giant dude.
Yeah, we'll try.
Enjoy your banditry, shiny scales. May you take many a smooth skin and gold.
I
Zainweed's
let
just
you
gonna
go
walk back.
today.
Alright.
Yeah, Zainweed, he goes, as you're walking back, he goes, I let you go today. The next time I see you. As he just kind of leaves that open to interpretation as he flies off.
Zainweed liked him.
Can the baby fly too? Is the baby also flying?
Well, it's a wormling. Yeah.
Okay. So it's also flying.
Yeah, they fly off together.
Okay. He didn't just abandon the baby.
No.
I mean, if he did, I don't mind adopting.
I mean,
Cortana, Valdos, and Silica are like 700 feet away by now.
Splitting the difference, and once I see that like the things left, I'll like run up to Valdos and just say, the big dragon left, and I think that Zainwee's getting hooked back up to the cart now.
Yeah, but
So it's probably safe to go back.
I wasn't really scared about the dragons. I'm more concerned about Zenwi at this point.
Yeah,
Zainweed does not pose a threat.
No. They're ahead of you. They're ahead of you, Zainweed.
Oh.
You,
Dang,
Breck, and
alright.
Belagorn are back with the cart. Zara, Valdos, Cortana, and Silica are ahead. You guys are literally
alright.
a split party right now.
Yep.
But you can see
Valdos,
each
I
other.
think that we'll be fine if we go back. Nobody's gonna let Zainwee kill anybody.
I mean, you see,
I don't think he'll eat us today, but I think he'll eat us eventually, or try to eat us eventually.
Well, why don't we get the cart back to town and then we can see and work it out?
Yeah, you see Silica kind of. I mean, he is big and kind of scary, but I mean, he helped save me. He did.
He also hasn't eaten any of us yet.
No, but he did eat a lot of goblins.
He did eat. He did
I
eat the
had-
red cap. Yeah, that was true. That's
I
very
had
true.
3 goblins.
Well,
I'll follow your
Zainweed-
lead. I mostly walked away with you guys to protect you because you seem to be the biggest target for both the dragons and Senwi at the moment.
Well, from what I saw from the fight that you guys had, it seems Like he's fairly reckless as a fighter. I'm sure the 5 of you could handle him easily.
Oh, I could handle him. I could make him sit on the ground for a little bit.
Cortana single hit. Cortana's like, no, I got this. Shit goes down. I got this.
And besides, Fang won't let him come anywhere near us, right, Fang?
You guys see him kind of because nobody else heard the right thing. You see him not sure of what you're talking about, but because everyone else just kind of smiles, you see him puff up his chest a little bit as he,
She'll do like the whole like, you're so amazing and strong and protective, and like pat him on the head.
No. I'm on the snoot.
Well, Zaneway, it's a good thing that you were a fan of his. I don't think he's a fan of yours.
Zanewee always appreciates a shiny scale. We are so rare these days. Although Zanewee's confused as to his eating habit.
That's too bad you didn't get a name. Maybe you could ask him about it later, but I don't think you want to see him again anytime soon.
Nonsense. Zanewee will be happy to see him again. Seemed like a very good friend. Very good friend.
Well, let's get you hooked back up to the cart.
Yes. Zanewee's cart. And he's gonna let himself get hitched.
Okay. So
Zara, what do you think about this? Do you want to join Senway again? A woman of a few words. I understand.
Who are you talking to?
You.
I didn't hear the name.
He said he was asking you if what your
Yeah,
opinion on going back.
She's just covered in her cloak right now. It's too bright. It's sunny, so she's like just shrugs.
Okay,
Alright.
I guess we will wait here for them to catch up to us then. No sense in going back.
Okay, I'll have Fang stand so he shades Zara a little bit more.
Okay. So
And
so you guys get back together, and
Zara says thank you to Murderfang.
Great Lord Murderfang to you.
see, he's just kind of standing proud, as Great Lord Murderfang often does.
I love him.
I just like that we have a character named Great Lord Murderfang.
Hey, you named him. Well, he named himself, but you named him.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is. Like, it's so tribal sounding, right? But like, obviously not humanoid. Though, I can tell you guys later where I got the inspiration from the name Great Lord Murderfang.
That would be a story to tell.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear this now.
Do you guys want to take a break now, or do you guys want to wait a little bit?
I'm good, but we could take a break now.
Okay, so yeah, why don't we take like 5 minutes? I'll grab another drink real quick and grab a drink, do whatever, come back, and we can continue with game. We'll pick up
sure.
Probably pick back up in with you guys coming into Honeyrock.
Sounds good to
Okay.
me.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Alright.
Can somebody tell me if my mic sounds better now?
It does.
I can hear you
Yay.
fine.
Thank God. Okay, I think I fixed it. The settings were weird on my actual computer for whatever reason. Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys.
No problem.
How was
Also,
everyone's week?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, it was all right. You know, sitting at home. We don't go back till August, so
Yeah.
How many people did you guys infect this week?
27.
That's a good count.
Yeah, I tried to get to the whole world, but then my game froze.
does it include people that we infected that then went on to infect other people?
Can.
I don't know. I feel like it has to be your personal infection. Like you infect them. Someone else did. That's secondhand infection. That doesn't count.
All right, guys, I'm back.
It's the coronavirus Ponzi scheme.
Oh my gosh.
Technically, if you think about it,
Oh.
we all are the coronavirus.
Okay, so all right, I'll tell you guys the story of where I came up with Great Lord Murder Fang. So I kind of try to draw a little bit of inspiration from everything that I do for games, like anything that I have an interest in. And so I watch tons of anime. Mood.
Same.
And what I got that from is from the episode of My Hero Academia where they're all trying to come up with their hero names. And both of Bakugo's are declined because the first one was King Explosion Murder. And then the next one was Lord Explosion Murder. Which is, and I was like, I want a naming, whenever I was trying to come up with a name for him, I was like, I want a naming scheme that's something kind of funny. And I thought back to that episode and was like, oh, I think it'd be cool to kind of use this kind of setup where, you know, it is, like, Lord, you know, something that he uses to attack, and then just murder thrown in there somewhere. Because I find that naming scheme to be absolutely hilarious.
I think it's cool.
So that is where I got that from. And then I don't know. There's other things that I've done in the game for like naming schemes that I don't know if you guys caught. I know one of you did for sure, because whenever I was explaining the names of the characters, I got a message that was like, I see what you did there. Which was Silica and her family.
Yep. That's a stone theme.
Yeah, well, they were metal themed. Arum is the blacksmith, and Arum means gold. Then you had Vana is after vanadium. Iterby is after Iterbium. And then Silica is the only one that doesn't have a name that is metal based, because
She's silicone, isn't she?
She's yeah, she's Silica, right? She's silicon.
I want you to understand. I mean this in the best way. I both hate and love you at the same time.
Yeah, that was and the reason why her name was different was because she's the one that stood out in the family, because everyone else was at home and she was taken. So I made her name a different theme to kind of show that she was different from the rest of her family in some way.
One of you is adopted.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's Iterby. But yeah, you know, I like doing things like that. I think it's kind of cool.
I like those things too.
Just like there are literally parts of the game that I straight up stole the idea from other DMs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, I saw that at the first 2 sessions. I was like, oh, I know where this is from.
right? Though I did build my own dungeon, so that's a thing. I made it. I took a lot of inspiration from the dungeon that I know you're talking about, though.
It's fine if you take stuff from other DMs. I mean, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah, agreed.
Good material. Why not use it?
Some of the best DMing advice I've ever heard was the more obscure the reference you steal from, the more surprised your players will be.
That's fair.
But all right, if you guys are ready, we can hop back into game.
Sure.
I'm ready.
So you guys once again took the long 12-hour journey from the temple of Aegis, which is currently home to 3 paladins and a total of about 8 goblins. Were you guys having goblins? Because I don't know if I ever got a straight answer on this. Were you guys having goblins try and take the wealth back or no?
Take the money back?
Yeah. Return coin to the people they stole it from.
No, we have all the money.
Yeah, we divided it all up.
Okay.
Did we? Because I never added it to my inventory.
Yeah, I think we took it. I didn't add it to mine either.
Yeah, we didn't okay, we agreed to take it and we said we were gonna divide it, but then the session ended and we never divided it.
Okay. Well, it was
Sounds
600 gold, so it's really easy to divide. It's just that I thought we were going to return it to the townsfolk.
Yeah, I don't remember dividing it up.
You guys haven't divided it up yet. It is currently, I believe, in the probably in the back folding.
Right.
Fanny pack of holding.
Fanny pack.
So-
As far as
right-
having the
right now
goblins take it back, I didn't think they had enough time to steal stuff for people, and that they just came to Breck right away.
Yes.
They didn't, but you guys do have the spoils of other incursions on places.
Yeah.
Ah,
So I guess
That's what all the barrels at the temples were: food, supplies, gold.
I thought
So
that was
that
all
raises the
from
question.
just the one town.
Do we keep the gold?
No.
No.
I'm not really that super attached to gold, to be honest, as Valdos.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know you guys all were all kind of just like, I mean, gold is gold. There's only one of you that's like, I mean, I like gold. But I think that's because, that particular person is kind of playing a rogue and is like, I mean, I have to play into the rogue aspect a little bit. But also, I don't think even that character really cares all that much about the amount of gold, just that they have something to survive on.
Yeah.
I think
Breck
this will
only
be the
has
first-
one purchase in mind for the rest of his entire campaign. So
This might be the first D&D game ever where no one actually cares about gold.
Yeah, I don't foresee. I'm sure eventually you guys are gonna care for gold because there's cool stuff that we're gonna be able to do later on with gold. But I mean, for now,
I care about gold, but not enough to steal it from other people.
Yeah.
Well, other people who don't deserve it to be stolen
That's a
from.
thief.
Stealing it secondhand.
Aha.
It's only stealing if you get caught.
No, it's stealing regardless. It's just you don't want to get caught either way.
I
It's
mean,
like if a tree falls in the forest, doesn't make a sound.
Yes.
You could just-
yes. Yes, it does.
If
Right,
a thief,
so it's still stealing.
if a thief picks a pocket and no one is around to see it, is it stealing? Yes, it is.
You could just do it Senway's way and just ransom hostages.
Hey, look. I didn't eat you guys. That was a courtesy I did not have to provide.
I don't even know what to say to you sometimes.
I like to keep it that way. Mystery makes it all
gosh.
worthwhile.
What, are you a lawful evil character? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean he's like
All right.
neutral evil at best.
Yeah, neutral evil. He doesn't know what he's doing is wrong because he was raised that way. I'm pretty sure over time he'll come to understand. Doesn't mean he'll stop, but he'll just know that it's wrong.
Maybe
At that point,
eventually,
he'll be truly evil because he'll know it's wrong.
Yeah.
he'll spend so much time with you guys that he'll actually start talking normally instead of referring to himself in the third person. And yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Never mind. Sorry.
It's really
Let's
not.
continue.
Are you?
All right, so yeah, you guys on the way back to Honeyrock, you guys make a small stop to dig up some coins. And then make your way back into town.
All right, I guess
I'm gonna say, Baldos, you have what, 6 of them?
I thought it was more like 12, but it could be 6. I don't think the amount of gold actually matters.
I was gonna say, I know Saint We ate a good majority of the ones you guys had, so.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I mean, do we know if it worked? Right. I mean, maybe that completely stripped them of their powers.
We never did check, but I don't think anyone wanted to.
Did the gold pass, or is it still in his stomach? And if so, is it like reanimating like dead squirrels inside his stomach?
No, the
Oh my
gold
gosh.
passed. He it's fine.
Yeah, we had that scene set for us at one point.
Yeah, if it hadn't, then I imagine we would have been visited again after killing some goblins.
Oh, totally.
100%.
Yeah, so you guys stop, pick up some coins, start moving forward again, make your way through the small along the small trail heading through the woods just outside of Honeyrock. So you start pulling into town. You can see some of the townsfolk. It's probably midday, like early afternoon. 2-ish in the afternoon. As townsfolk are kind of gathering around, looking. As some of them kind of start smiling as they can see that Silica's in the cart with you.
Greetings, town folks. We have come with Silica as promised. We have rescued a fair maiden.
Oh my gosh.
As people are kind of the small amount of people in town are kind of starting to let up a cheer. You can see the Weeping Willow on the left hand side as you guys are coming into town. Edric walks out. As he kind of smiles, you see him. You guys did well. As one of the kids in town kind of runs off out towards the blacksmith to let Aram know. As a few moments later, you can see Aram and Aram, Vana, and Interby kind of running up as Silica hops out of the back of the cart, gives him a hug. They, have a very silent moment where the family is just kind of embracing each other. Aram takes a deep breath and opens his eyes, kind of looking to you guys. See, slowly nods. See, pulls away from his family for a moment. I don't really know what to say. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. It was our pleasure to help. We dealt with the murderous creature Red Cap who took your daughter, and the rest of the goblins shall no longer be a problem.
It's incredible. You guys sure as hell made a difference here.
Well, it was our pleasure to help. Valdos tries to help wherever he goes, and my companions did most of the work. To be honest,
That's not true, Valdos. You definitely helped too.
oh, I wouldn't say otherwise, but I don't want to take all the credit. You guys were terrific.
I'm curious, though, who controls this region that they were allowing the goblins to do as they would?
Well, I suppose this entire area falls under the Baron. If you want to get something changed, you might have to talk to him.
Where is this Baron located, and what is his name?
Well, the Baron himself is in Freyvale. Though I hear rumor that the previous Baron died. I think his nephew took over for him. He didn't have any heirs of his own. Some boy, kind of, you see he's thinking about his Jones or Jonathan? Jacob? I don't know, something like that.
The one that doesn't get along with the regent, or a different one?
See him kind of nod. Yeah, the regent of the area is still Thomas, but I've also heard rumor that there's new Baron who's not getting along with him very well, siding with the king to make some changes here. If you ask me, it's about time. About damn time.
And which changes would those be?
Well, if rumors are to be believed, the king is looking to open the gates of the country a little bit more to outsiders like elves and dragonborn.
It's still just rumors, though.
He just kind of shrugs. Well, yeah, it's trust about half of what you hear, you know. But I don't have a lot of information on the new Baron.
Have you seen a lot of elves and dragonborns in the area?
No, not really. Guess there are some people that have, but I haven't. I usually stick to my shop. Maybe
Well, I
grab
mean, opening a city is to elves and dragonborns is good, but it is an empty gesture if there's none around that would actually come.
Well, I guess the first city that's really going to be doing it is going to be Erisfarn. They're at the northern border, the ones that would be dealing with them the most. I guess they're doing a lot up there, revamping their entire city watch, trying to build districts outside the city walls and post guard to protect them. At least that's what I hear. um, lady that's in charge up there, she took over probably a year ago or so.
Would that be
Maybe.
Lady Sophia?
Lady Cynthia.
Cynthia. Have you heard anything about her? We have heard some stories about her, but we're not sure if those are exaggerated or not. Do you have any idea of what type of ruler she might be?
Breck's eyes are just narrowing.
Well, I mean, I guess she's better than the last Baroness that ran the city.
So,
Well, her. You see him stop and think for a second. He goes, her grandfather ran the city before her, passed away. Whenever he passed away, she was the next living heir in line. So, but he was very much against the idea of elves, dragonborn, even orcs and half orcs, goblins. Didn't like any of them in his city. Let the guards slip. They slowly began to become lazy, fall apart, treating people terribly. A lot of corruption. Whenever he died, I heard she's trying to fix the city. First thing she did was hired some cousin of hers to influence the underground. And then got some of the strongest soldiers in the city to start leading the guard. Hired some outside sources to protect herself. Figured if she is paying the assassins to protect her, there's not going to be any assassins to kill her. But once
that's
again,
pretty clever.
that's all rumor mill, you know. As far as I know, she could be just as bad as her grandfather was. But who knows, right?
Well, she sounds like she's doing good work, so maybe she's not so bad.
See, as this conversation's going on, you hear Edric kind of clears his throat as he. Would you guys like a drink? See,
Zane, we would appreciate one.
points over his shoulder to the Weeping Willow with a smile. As he, we can all have one.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That would be fantastic. Before we do that, we have procured several equipments, several weapons. Would it be possible to sell it around town, or do you not have a blacksmith or a general store?
Well,
Arm
Arm
is
is
the
the
blacksmith.
Whoop. Oh, this is true. Fuck. I knew this. It just didn't click.
You see,
Hey, blacksmith, do you know where I could find a real blacksmith to sell these?
well, Arm doesn't really deal in. He doesn't deal a lot in like weapons. Whenever I say blacksmith, he is, he makes horseshoes. He makes, like general use tools. Not a lot of swords and shields, made in small towns.
Understood.
Zaneby's gonna kind of look at him. Zaneby wonders, Smoothskin. Could you draw up plans for something?
Like what?
A harness made out of wood, attached to Zaneby's back, with a very long arm, ending in a spoon, that can hold small item that can be launched over a great distance.
You see, Arm kind of looks to Edric. They make eye contact with each other for a moment. He looks back to you and he goes, "You want me to make a siege machine that you can strap to your back?"
Yes.
I mean, I could probably figure out how to make the iron bands for it. Not really a woodworker, though. Has to talk to somebody who works in a lumber mill for that.
I see.
Or
And
somebody that makes siege weapons professionally, like an army engineer or something.
well, these bands of iron, how much would it cost, Zainui?
See him. Oh, I mean, once you get this blueprints around, I mean, we can figure out how much iron it'd take and go from there. Sure, probably wouldn't be that expensive though. Not sure why you need a small catapult for your back, but guess we'll figure it out.
Alright, Zainui's gonna nod and then head towards the Weeping Willow for that drink.
Who should we talk to about returning the goods and the stolen gold from the goblins? We're not sure if we have everything, but we tried to get everything.
Well,
The innkeeper at the Whipping Willow, I mean, they had kind of like the town hall meeting happening in his place, so he seemed to be about the guy to go talk to.
The one that's standing in front of us?
yeah, Edric is there.
Probably. I have my hood up. I'm not looking at anybody.
Okay, you have fine.
It's still too
Yeah, I
bright in
know.
the day.
You see, Edric kind of looks at you as he. Oh. I went ahead and darkened closed the windows in the back room. If you'd like to go have a rest, or at least get out of the sunlight.
That would be great.
As he, invites you guys in. It's much darker in the inn tavern than it is outside. As he kind of starts drawing up ale for everyone who'd like to drink. Zari shows you back into the sleeping quarters. As he, as far as getting coin back to those who had it taken from them by the goblins, I'm not exactly sure of where all it was taken from, but we could send notice out to the surrounding towns and spread the wealth as evenly as possible.
Would be a fantastic idea.
That makes sense to me. I just want to make sure that those who actually got it stolen from them get it returned, and people aren't taking advantage of the situation.
Right. I mean, we'll have those who want to take advantage coming in anyway. But that's fine. As long as it's mainly townsfolk, unless you want to take the trip to see each individual surrounding town, but seeing as where their base of operations was, probably not an easy task. Take weeks, probably.
Nope, too much work. We'll let you deal with it.
It would be a lot faster for each individual towns to send a representative here and gather their possessions back.
See, well, we can do our best. You said barrels. Are there barrels at the temple?
It was
You
under
could
my.
be-
Actually, I thought we brought those barrels inside the cart. To be honest.
No.
It was
The,
not
the
in the room.
the cart could maybe fit like 3 of them.
Okay.
You know, but then you would have nowhere for any of the party to sit other than who's driving the cart and Said we.
Understood.
That's a risk we're
Um,
willing.
So, I mean, you guys could have just, plus there's only bringing like 2 or 3 barrels wouldn't even be worth your time to bring them out because if you guys remember, there are a bunch of barrels in there.
Yeah, there was like a ton.
Well, we actually left the barrels inside a temple. We are in presence of renovating the temple, making it a safe and welcoming place again for pilgrims.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
There's already a squad of paladins that are helping to renovate a temple. They might be using some of the supplies to do so, but there are still a lot of supplies left for the town's folks to retrieve.
He kind of nods as I'm sure that many people would probably allow for the paladins to keep some of the stuff there. And if it is a paladins of the Church of the Nine, then they could probably just get payment in return instead of the goods back.
Well, that would be up to you to work out with them. I am not sure about the politics and the religion of the area.
He kind of nods. I suppose I will have to take to the Raven. He kind of smiles as my work is never done. But you've done well. So thank you.
We're glad to help. Now, about that drink you promised us.
Oh, right. As he starts kind of dishing out drinks. See him look back as he's dishing out the drinks that you guys would like. He kind of turns to you, Belagorn, and he goes, "Are you going to be staying in town to speak to Occam?"
That is the plan. He should be arriving tonight, yes?
Should be, yes. Yeah. I'm not sure what time he's gonna be here, but I'm sure he'll be here tonight at some point.
Speaking of, we have information that he's looking for someone in particular. Do you happen to know a nook?
See him kind of think for a moment as he. No, not. See, you see him kind of rub the end of his nose. See, I can't say that I do. What can you tell me about him? Maybe I can keep an eye out for this nook.
We don't know anything really, except for that Occam is looking for him. I was hoping you might have more information.
Perhaps we could deduce who Nook is if we understood the motivation of Occam. What can you tell us about him?
Oh, he is an interesting fellow. So, one of the reasons why he comes in is to ask if we still have if I still have my coins. I'm sure he does it for others as well. He very rarely talks to me personally. But I know he's from the north. He's from Erisvarn.
Yes, we are aware he's from Erisvarn and his contacts there. I was more wondering about the man himself, his personalities, his likes, dislikes. If he's a good person, if he
Does he
has
work
an
for the
interest.
priest?
Yes.
Oh yes. He. Well, I guess that's complicated. He is working with Calrul the Vile. But he's never referred to him as his boss. He's always said that his boss is from Erisvarn. That's where his boss resides currently.
Is he nice to people when he's here?
Oh yes, he's he's not violent or anything like that. He comes in, asks if my coins are still here, and then he takes a seat. So he points to the table in the back, the one that the group you guys fought the first time you were in the Weeping Willow was sitting at, that had Morris and Tomlin in them.
Mm-hmm.
As he normally sits there. Sometimes with other people, but normally alone.
Okay.
And how do you think he would react knowing that you no longer have those coins?
Oh. I hadn't given that much thought. I wouldn't imagine that he'd be violent about it. I mean, he's never actually even asked to see them. He just asks if I still have them.
Well, just to be on the safe side, would you like your coins back?
He kind of looks to Saint Wee, looks back at you. He goes, "No."
It was a jest. I understand the significance of these coins.
Now there are two vile things about them.
Zane reassures you they are very clean. Probably.
He gets you another drink.
So, I guess we're gonna wait and see if Occam shows up today.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
While
you
we're doing so, would it be possible for us to have a room to take a nap in? We've been up and running since
yeah. No,
last night.
Yeah, he already let Zara know that the room was open for you guys. The sleeping room off to the side is open for you guys.
Groovy. I'll take a nap.
Okay.
Before you go,
I already have my room picked out.
before you go, I have something.
Oh?
Right. So he'll be here around sunset. We have a few hours still. We know which chair he sits in. do we want to set something to keep him in that chair?
Zainwe goes to sit in the chair next to the chair he's in.
Well, it all comes to the decision of do we want to make a good impression with him or not. If we try to force his hand, he might become hostile. Right now, we have no reasons to believe he is a hostile individual.
I I have an ability that if we needed him to freeze, I could do so.
He does work directly for Calarul.
Yes,
No,
we know.
he works directly for his cousin, but we are not really clear on how he works with Calarul yet.
Well, I don't even know that Calarul's really that bad a guy.
Calrul is
Besides-
definitely a bad guy.
Well, he does put bodies into his tower.
Bad.
So this man Occam works for him, presumably knowing that, and makes sure that people have their red coins to summon him when something dies.
Didn't you
So
guys say that Alexander said that he took down a thieves guild from the inside, like pretended to work with them and then turned them all over? Maybe he's doing something like that for this.
It might be he's just gathering intelligence to figure out where all the red coins are. Might be he's just gathering intelligence for his cousin. He doesn't have to be working directly for Calarul.
fair.
That isn't much better.
I'd just like to maybe hear what he has to say.
Well,
Kind of
that
see
and
what kind of a person he is.
well, how are we going to approach this? Are we going to say we know where Nook is? How much do we want to let him know about what we know?
We don't know anything.
We know he's looking for Nook. That's
Well-
some kind of leverage.
We're all from different areas, so maybe if we sit down and talk with him, he'll ask us outright. Because if he's investigating and asking around, would he ask the people who are from somewhere else?
It's possible.
Well, in that case, I would suggest that not all of us go to the meeting. If he's looking for Nook, I'm sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, my cat just unpowed something. So I would suggest that not all of us attend this meeting. If he is looking for Nook, we don't have a description of him, so we don't know if Arkham even knows what Nook looks like. Perhaps we could convince a party member he has not met yet, that this is Nook, and we could gather more information from that way. Trick him, as it were.
Stuff to think about while you nap.
Lagorn, I think you would make a terrific Nook.
That's assuming that Nook is an elf.
Yes, but it's true. We don't even know if it's male or female. Assuming Nook sounds like a male name to me. This is why I think you would be the ideal candidate. We could hide your ears.
I was thinking it's closer to a goblin. They all had names like that, didn't they? I think one was a rook.
Yep.
Zainwe proposes Yelp.
Wait, what?
That's a good.
Zainwe and Yelp will wait here for Strange Man. Yelp will say he is Nook. Then Zainwe
But Yelp
and
is not
Yelp
Nook.
will get information.
Yelp is Yelp.
Yes, we lie.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't know how good goblins are at lying. They're not
I
very
could
good
do
at lying.
that. I'm crafty.
Okay.
See? Yelp is crafty. Zainwe and Yelp will wait for person looking for Nook, disguised as Nook and Zainwe.
See, this could work.
I do like this plan.
if he knows what Nook looks like. Or who Nook is.
Yeah, I would put Yelp and Senway not in direct line of sight, and if we get the impression that Occam does not know what Nook looks like, well, we could send a message to them, and they could come in over.
As long as they're within 20 feet, I can talk into their brains.
But what if they were waiting in a room upstairs? I'm sorry, I'm assuming the rooms are this is a two-story
I
building.
have to see
No, this
them
is
to
a
be able
one-story
to do
building.
it.
Okay.
It's the dining area. Then behind the counter is the kitchen, the bar, the storeroom, and then on the one side is a large room with like 8 to 10 beds. It's just an open the room that you guys are gonna be that like you'll be taking a nap in or sleeping in is just a one big room with a bunch of beds in it.
Well, we don't need to take your special ability in here. We could just physically go get Senway and Yelp.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You mean Nook?
Right.
With this,
I'm sure you would
with
make a
this
terrific Nook.
with this big toothy smile. He does like the big toothy smile with the like confidence nod thing. He's going, yeah. Just call me Nook. Was that believable?
Was
Very
it believable?
See, I told you I'm a fucking actor.
Trust me when I say this, I think you make a very convincing Nook.
Nice.
Was it believable?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
The huge smile and nod like that jockey confidence nod that he gave. No,
Mhm.
that was very much a tale that he has no fucking clue what he's doing.
Okay, I'll lean over to Valdos and be like, I don't think that he's going to be very convincing.
Perhaps I could give him acting lessons.
In an hour?
Well, if anybody can teach him how to be a Nook, I think it would be me. Unless somebody else in the party has more experience.
In acting? No?
Well, Zara seems like a pretty good liar.
Yeah, I don't think he has any hope though.
I don't know how much
Zainwe-
we can actually teach a goblin in an hour.
Zainwe has lied before. It is not hard.
You want to teach Yelp to be the best Nook he can be?
Zainwe will teach Nook, Yelp to be Nook.
Alright. We have ourselves a plan, team.
Honestly, even if I could teach him to be a better Nook, I'd rather not, just because I would love to see this go down.
Really quick, Cortana.
Mhm.
There was, I will send you a message here in just a moment.
Okay.
Oh god, we're caught before we even started. Here we go.
So, all right. So are you guys? So are you guys just gonna let it play out?
Yeah.
He is now Nook.
Dude, I think this is a bad idea. But first
I
we need
think
to
this is
talk-
going to be an awesome idea.
No. But
This will
first
end one way, and I'm ready for it.
first we're gonna talk to Occam, right? And see if he knows who Nook is and
Well, no,
what
I
they
thought
look
the,
like.
the plan was to have me and Yelp close by to see if he looks like he knows what Nook looks like. If he doesn't, then we go in.
But if he reacts, if he
We're-
reacts to you at all,
Yeah, basically, if he reacts to us, then we're gonna go in because we're trying to see if he knows what Nook looks
okay.
No.
like. Sounds like a plan.
I hit a button. Sorry, guys. It kicked me from.
Alright.
I'm
What if
typing.
Nook ends
I'm
up
typing
being
stuff.
Like
I'm typing stuff. It kicked me from this call so I could go join another call because I was typing something to one of you. And as I was typing, I hit a button and it was just like oh, you're gonna call this person, and that person knows exactly who it is. So yeah, there's that.
What are you up to, Cortana?
Man, I wish the DM sent me secret messages.
That's what happens when you have high insight and perception.
Hey, I've got the highest insight and perception of this whole group. That's a solid 11 across the board, man.
Yeah.
I've got 11s and everything. Get on my level, kid.
Okay.
Got 11s. Alright, so you guys, you sit and wait. As you guys watch the sun begin to go down, you see the door opens as a man walks in wearing kind of a weird, mismatched studded leather armor set. With like dark, some parts of it are like a dark blue. That comes into like greens and reds. It's almost like a Technicolor. It's almost as if it's a Technicolor rainbow of colors. You can see that he's wearing over that a ridiculously fine made, like high thread count, handcrafted, cloak.
Does he have a cane and a hat with a feather? Is he a pimp?
He does not.
He looks like a strawberry pimp.
But you see that as he walks in, he does have on his left hip he has a very fine looking short sword, and then a dagger on the other side. You can see that he has kind of a long, flattish face with an epicanthic fold on the eyes. His hair is short, kind of set off to one side and back, darker in color. See, just kind of walks in, immediately looks to Edric. See, your coins? I mean, I'll take that as a no. See, my usual please, as he turns and begins walking across the room, noticing you guys. Breck, are you currently out in the open area?
Oh yeah, Rex just been sipping beers.
Oh, carnival.
See him. Are you sitting at the table that was pointed out, or are you sitting?
No,
at
Breck's
a
at the
table?
bar. Breck can be up at the bar.
Okay, so as soon as he kind of looks around, you see he notices you. As he, oh, good to see you again. As he turns and walks back to the back of the room, sits at his normal table. As he, if you'd like to join me, I would be more than willing to pay for your beers for the night.
Those are covered. Thanks for asking.
Ah, I see. So, less than 2 days and you've already succeeded in killing the Red Cap. Am I wrong?
Nope, you are not.
See him. Very nice. I'm sure Cal Rule the Vile would be pleased to hear it.
Yeah, man loves dead bodies, is my understanding.
Well, that's his problem, not mine. As you see, Edric brings him out a drink. He kind of looks around, realizing that the bar is mostly empty except for except for the adventurers that are here. You see him I see, so I've walked into a trap. Well, are you all just going to sit there, or are you going to ask the questions that I'm sure you have for me?
Oh, this is not a trap. This is an opportunity for discussion.
I'll flounce up to him and kind of look up at him and just say, it's not really a trap. We just wanted to talk to you. We've been hearing your name all over.
Good. Good.
And you've apparently heard of Breck, at least.
I've met him once in the woods. Was on your way out of town. Said you were going to go kill the Red Cap. I figure there are worse things in the world that could happen.
But I thought that the priest, the Red Cap worked for the priest, and don't you work for the priest too?
I suppose.
What do you do for him?
Gather information. Protect him. Unless, of course, the fight is worth more than what he's paying me, then he's on his own.
Just so you know, I am actively watching his face and mannerisms to see how much he's telling the truth and how much I believe him. The whole time.
I would say he's so far he's being honest.
Okay.
But
doesn't surprise me too much that you're more interested in a coin than the principle of the thing.
My allegiance lies with one. And that one is not here. I figure if I'm going to be doing something for the person that I follow, my boss, I suppose, then why not make a little bit of money while doing it?
Then what is your boss having you do, if you don't mind me asking?
She
I'm
has
blinking
me.
up at him innocently, trying to play the just curious card.
He kind of smiles and looks around the room as he... Well, with my skills, you'd think that she'd be having me run around fixing the countryside. But no. I'm primarily gathering information for her about the southern baronies and looking for an individual.
Oh, who's that?
Why don't you tell me? I'm sure you all know the name already.
What makes you think we know the name already?
Well, you killed the Red Cap. The name is in a letter I sent to him.
Well played. Yes, we did find this letter, and got us curious. We made our own inquiries about Nook, and got...
Plus, yeah, he does straight up cut you off, Baldos.
Okay.
He just plus your friend there, the half-orc. He's heard the name. I've inquired him directly about it before. I'm sure that at one point he shared that with you.
Well, why are you looking for this person?
Ooh, now that's a good question, isn't it?
Mhm.
I'm willing to give answers. I don't have to give all of them.
I got a question.
He kind of looks to you, Breck. Yes?
You do any of that information gathering in the slums of Ayers Farm?
He kind of smiles. Oh, I have. You and Malcolm have moved quite a lot out of there, haven't you?
Yeah, you want to meet the blade that took down Redcap?
Not here. Unlike your first incursion in town, I don't want to ruin the great furniture at one of my favorite establishments. Maybe later. Maybe never. Who knows? But I can tell you that right now, no. I just want to enjoy my drink and have a friendly conversation.
Well, we may know where Nook is. How much would that be worth to you?
Cortana, you see that for just a moment, his entire facade breaks. For just a moment. Almost to a point where you miss it.
Mm-hmm.
But you see his entire demeanor for just a moment hardens completely. As you can see, the one hand that he has down, his right hand is down on his lap. You see that in that moment, he had already started drawing his short sword,
Mm-hmm.
but then puts it back as he looks to you. My apologies. I would be very interested on any information that you have of Nook.
As I said, we have made some inquiries as to who this Nook individual is. We have several promising leads. Would you be able to tell us more about him? What is he? What does Nook look like? Why do you want him so much?
Well, that's
What's so
part
special
of the
about him?
problem. The reason why it's been so hard to track him is because it's nearly impossible to know what he looks like, or if he's even a he at any given time.
What does that mean?
He is hagfolk,
Hagfolk?
changeling. His
Have-
appearance
have
can
I-
shift.
Ooh, a changeling hunt. That is a marvelous adventure.
His skin can become that of someone he's familiar with. Can even change his height within limitations.
And what makes Nook so special, or so special for your needs?
That's as if none of my concern. I was told to
Did they?
find him to bring him back to Erisfarn.
Is
Alive.
it Cal? Is it Cal Rule that beckons you to do this, or is it your?
Fuck Cal Rule.
All right.
This is my mission. He's just money on the side.
Your main mission is to find Nook, and you've subcontracted to Cal Rule just to get information for him.
Well, that and a bodyguard. Mainly just bringing back information to let him know that coins are still in place. Scudder looks across to Edric and he goes, "Coins are not still in place, though, are they?"
No, I've relieved the coins from Edric, and I'll just plop the coins in front of him.
See him. Ah. He asks, all he needs to know is that there are coins still in the Weeping Willow.
Well,
Who
they are in the Weeping Willow.
As much as I care, all he needs to know is that they're here. Whether or not they stay here is out of my control.
I see that we are both in like-minded in this matter. So back to Nook. As I said, we made our inquiries, so we think we have found him. He is going by the guise of a goblin at the moment. It seems that the Red Cap did find Nook, and Nook was trying to plan his escape, so he transformed into a goblin to make his escape.
You see him. A goblin.
Yes, that's correct. That's so far-fetched?
What the hell? See him kind of running his fingers along his chin, doing kind of like pensive lazy. Maybe. Suppose I'll have to wait to see.
All right, I'll go get him then. And I'll get up and I'll go to Senway and Nook.
Oh no.
Oh yes. All right. Yeah, I guess we head out to the main area.
Okay. So as you guys, the two of you step out into the main area, you see he kind of looks to you and looks at the goblin with you. See. So you are Nook. Yep. I'm Nook.
Is he armed presently? Not Nook, our friend here.
Occam.
Yeah, Occam.
Very, very much so.
Can I hold the command spell, and if he does anything, like goes for his weapons or anything?
Yeah. I'd say you guys can start preparing for if shit goes down.
Okay. I'm holding that, just in case.
See, Yelp. I'm Nook. Good to finally get to see ya. You.
Oh, we're fucked.
I don't believe that Nook could become something that short. I was told he was highly intelligent. This doesn't seem very intelligent.
It's a perfect disguise. Who would suspect a changeling to be a goblin?
Yeah, he's right, though. And also, maybe I'm just acting stupid. Then you're a hell of an actor.
Ooh, dang.
Wait a minute. Hey, that wasn't very nice of you.
You know, this reminds me of that old saying, never meet your heroes.
You see, Occam kind of looks around at all of you. What are your names?
I am the great Valdos.
Breck just walks up and spits in his drink.
Oof.
Wow.
Fair enough.
I am Zainwe.
Kinda. So, Breck spits in his drink. Zainwe, Valdos. See. He.
My name's
Oh, go ahead.
Coraton,
See him.
and I'll put my hand out for him to shake.
He shakes your hand.
Okay.
See him. He grabs like wrist to wrist, not hand to hand.
Mm-hmm. Checking for blades. I
Mhm.
see. She does not have a blade there.
He does. He does make it very clear as you grab his wrist. He does.
Okay.
You can tell that he was showing you. He's kind of showing you that there's more than what you see.
I mean, she already picked that up, but she's gonna smile at him sweetly.
See him
More than meets the eye.
look
Do
down.
I see him doing that?
Well, you can see him shake her hand.
But did I notice that weird Shoff thing he did?
Well, he has a dagger or a weapon of some kind hidden in his sleeve. Hidden underneath the actual.
So I did notice the way he was trying to show it off to.
Well, he wasn't trying to show it off by visually showing it. He was showing it off by touch.
Right.
You might have noticed that Cortana had a slight reaction to it, though.
I'm just asking if I picked it up.
I can say that like you and Belagorn picked up that there was a reaction from Cortana. It's very slight, but there was a reaction from her. Showing that obviously he's showing her, something that yes, there is something more here, kind of thing.
Can I just roll an insight check to see if I figure out what's going on there?
Sure.
Okay, 18 insight.
Okay, yeah. So you're picking up that he's because you know that whenever people give handshakes like that, it's typically to prove that you don't have a weapon hidden in your sleeve. But he was showing. You're guessing by her slight reaction that it was the opposite. He was making it very clear that there is more there than what you see.
Alrighty. As soon as I realize what's going on, I'd like to throw a dagger so it lands, just stick it into the table from where I'm sitting.
All right.
Far enough away that I'm clearly not aiming at anybody on the table. Just want to chuck it and have it stick into the table it's sitting at.
Okay. So you toss the dagger. You see the dagger sticks into the table. See him look to the dagger. Look back to you.
I just smile at him.
You see he picks up the ale that Breck spit in, finishes the glass, and sets it down. See him
Well then.
kind of look around the room at all of you. See. Does this mean I'm unwanted?
No, it means we all have our own blades to share.
Kind of gives you a smile. You see. We do.
Do you
He looks to you, Cortana. As you.
do you have any more information that you're gathering at the moment then?
Well, I think I've gotten everything here that I need.
I hope Nook looks like your cousin when he stabs you through the throat.
Oof.
What, you're not convinced that this little one here is Nook?
No offense, Valdos, but I wouldn't be convinced. And he seems a little bit more intuitive than.
He kind of stands up as he. I'm sure we'll be in touch. We'll see each other again.
Zanri looks forward to it.
So he begins to make his way towards the door.
Before you leave, there's still more we need to know.
Like?
Why are you asking who has these red coins, and tell us everything you know about them?
Whenever someone dies near them, Kelrul the Vile knows of it.
Did he name himself Kalrol the Vile? Because that's like a really dark name that people keep saying about him.
No, I named him Kelrul the Vile. So did many other people. He calls himself Kelrul the Scion of Nos.
Mm-hmm. I know. But yes, why? What do these red coins do other than alert him?
See, to my knowledge, that's all it does. He uses other forms of magics to get to where he needs to go.
Could
At
Kelrul
least I
find
think.
Nook for you?
I'm sure I could ask him, Valdos.
Perhaps that would be the best way to find Nook then.
Maybe.
Again, if he finds Nook, I'm not sure he would willingly give him to you.
Maybe that's the reason why I haven't asked him yet. But I think I found my own leads. So. And based on some information I have, I'm sure he's in this area. It's just a matter of time.
Oh. How would you know if a changeling is in a certain area or not? Does he have a tell?
Good question. So he continues to kind of look around the room. You see him. So, if you have any more questions, ask them now.
I still want to know more about the red coins, as much as you know about them, and why you're so interested as to whether or not our tavern friend here still has them.
It's simple. He asked me to check in on him. Anyone else who may have them. Spend much of my time out talking and asking people about their coins. I'm not sure of everything that they do myself. I do know that whenever somebody dies around one, he is notified. I'm not sure if they have some kind of magic that allows him to come to the location, or if he just uses his own strong magics to do it himself.
And you think you have a good handle on where these coins are throughout the area?
Well, I know of the locations he's told me. Any others? I couldn't tell you, not mine to track.
What else can you tell us about Calrul and his tower?
How close is he to completing it? Does he say?
Well, I don't know if the tower itself is as important as the rituals that he wishes to complete. The tower is built out of bodies for a sacrifice. To give to Nos for power. To bring forth the god of death on the world. Suppose that's what he rambles on about. Take one more look around the room. See. If that's all, I'm taking my leave. If you have any other questions, you'll have to stop me on my way out of the door. I don't think any of you are willing to do that.
Son of a bitch. Why you gotta put it like that?
Wait, what'd you say?
It's like out of character for clarity's sake. Rex hands on the glaive.
Oh god, here we go.
So, what are you guys doing?
Just at the bar.
Zambi's gonna raise his hand.
Okay.
Zanwi wonders if we find this nook. How do we let you know you are looking for him? If we find him, can we contact you?
I am at the Weeping Willow once a week. The same way you contacted me today. Or you could storm Calrul the Vile's so-called temple. I'm sure I'd be called back for that.
Do you know where his temple is located?
Ah, certainly. He kind of points to the northwest-ish. He goes, head in that direction, and eventually you'll see a large black tower spiring over the trees. Can't miss it.
How many days march is it from here?
Maybe 2 or 3 at most. Depends on how fast you travel. You guys see, at this point, he's at the door, is he? Anything else?
Is there a bounty for Nook? I mean, why would we... Chasing down a changeling would be a fantastic adventure, but I'm wondering if there would be some monetary compensation.
You see him currently not facing you. There will be soon. As the door opens, he starts to step out.
Zane, we must inquire one last time. Has this Calrul come across any green dragonborn?
At this point, he ignores you.
All right. Next time we see him, he dies. Calrul, not this guy.
Oh, next time you see Cal Rule, he dies.
Yes.
Oh, that's already happening.
I.
Well, yeah, but now it's personal. Now
Cortana.
it's personal.
Cortana is so sweet, and then you're like, oh, next time we see Cal Rule, he dies. And Cortana's like, fuck right, he does. This is not the way of Nos.
No,
Ugh.
she's so mad.
The slowest walkout ever.
Yeah, it was the slowest walkout ever.
I mean, we kept interrupting him though. Gotta give
We're
him
just
that.
Well, he also had
super
to. He also
annoying.
had to move through you guys to get out, because he was farther away from the door. He was the farthest away from the door in the room.
Honestly, not gonna lie, I felt like we could have taken him. I mean, one of us would have died, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make on behalf of Zara.
One of us would have died.
Well, yes, one of us would have had to die, but I mean, I don't think anyone would have really missed the thief.
Wow. That is super fucked. I think Zara, you know, Zane Wee.
Who said Zara was the thief? Zara's a rogue. I'm talking about the thief.
Oh, Occam. I get it.
Yeah.
She's calling him the thief. Okay, got it.
Well, here's the thing: is that if you guys won the fight, right, you would have been super set. Dude has very obviously has money and good gear.
Hey,
right?
Hey guys, you want to take on Occam real quick?
No, because if we do that, then his cousin, who is a lady, is gonna come for our asses.
I know, but just hear me out. Hear me out here.
No.
Breck's already coming for her anyway, so this changes nothing about Breck's situation.
I mean, if you think about it logistically, if we can take him down, we get money, and then she comes after us, which solves Breck's problem.
All right, so as we're bringing the game to a close, I would, because I'm going to go ahead and bring the game to a close here, but I want a couple of you guys to make notes. Valdos.
Yeah.
Number one, he saw through your lie.
Okay.
Both of them.
Okay.
Cortana, I would like you to make a note. That Occam, that you and Occam both know the secret.
Okay.
Whatever that secret may be. You're aware of something being off. I would like Breck to make a note. Because you and Occam are not doing well.
No, not especially.
So I would like you to make some kind of note on that specifically. Just put it somewhere where we can use that. I can make sure to use that for the future. And with that being said, I would like to ask, does anyone have any questions that you'd like to, or any statements that you'd like to make?
Like in character or out of character?
Well, I mean, if you guys want, you can talk amongst yourselves, but I was specifically talking about as players.
Yeah, there's obviously some relationship there between Occam that we weren't all aware of.
Well, I figured I wanted to point it out because he very obviously had a shift in attitude, which I'm sure you guys noticed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But So, I'm gonna say that for those of you guys who kind of who were paying attention, obviously he caught the lie from Valdos.
Yeah.
No,
Or
Um,
Nook.
It was a very crappy lie.
was a very crappy lie. You rolled what, an 11?
Yes.
Yeah, he rolled over 20 against your skill check. But yeah, he actually during the conversation he had a realization that Valdos very obviously knows more about Nook than what he's leading on. And some of you guys would have also picked up on that. So that means that Valdos isn't being completely honest with you guys either.
And Cora knows.
Yeah, Cora, you've been kind of on. You've been kind of picking up hints of that for a little while now. So, but yeah, man, I need to get you guys back into a dungeon soon.
Yeah, we kind of lost track of the
We have
storyline here.
dragons. That's
Look,
half of it.
Look, I'm be honest with you. That line out of context would raise some questions.
that line out of context would raise some questions. It's a good thing it's not out of context.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
unless of course, now of course we don't have to do dungeon diving often. We can do it every once in a while. I just like to make sure that I'm giving you guys something to do that isn't just roleplay. You know, putting a few hard fights in here and there.
Oh no,
We came very close to having one of those tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Oh no, 100%. The next time we see him, I'm jumping him. I want his stuff. Even if we die, I want his stuff
I thought
badly.
you said Sunway didn't care about gold.
He doesn't, but this guy looks tasty.
Okay, whatever.
I mean,
And
just
he didn't
don't
answer my
expect
question.
don't expect everyone to jump in to help you if you start trying to murder random people.
Hey, it's not murder. I'm collecting food.
Yeah.
We can murder this one. This one's fine to murder.
Can somebody does somebody remember the Oblivion Guard? Stop, thief!
Yeah.
I don't play those games, so somebody else is gonna have to fill up the rest.
I don't remember what
Like-
they said.
Wait, the
committed
what guard?
crimes.
The
Yeah.
Oblivion Guard,
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on.
and then I'll have
Yeah.
them. I'll just have a bunch of guards say that at one time, and then swarm you like bees, running in circles.
I'm trying to think. 'Cause I've heard that. Okay, it's stop right there, criminal scum. Nobody breaks the law on my watch. I'm confiscating. Yeah, I'm confiscating stolen goods. Now pay your fine, or it's off to the jail, or off to jail, not the jail. I believe that's the line. I might be messing up some things.
Stop,
That's amazing.
criminal scum!
Stop! You violated the law. Since
That
you
is-
lack the funds to pay the court, you must serve out your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit.
That's your entire fucking life right now, Saintwee. That will be your entire life soon, I'm sure.
What, the thief or the guard?
No, criminal scum.
Zainui is not a criminal. He is simply taking what is within his
Simply
territory.
taking what is within his territory.
Everything within 50 feet of the cart is his territory.
The
That's how
cart's
he
not
sees
even
it.
his territory.
Shh. This cart is going to become mine one way or another. One way or another. It's the
Oh
cart
my
now.
god, he's gonna kill Aram.
No.
No, it's not killing if I eat him.
Yes,
No,
it
That
definitely
is-
is. Definitely what
that is
that is.
definitely the opposite of what you just said.
Okay,
So,
well, it depends
so as
on which
long
one
as
I
we
do
eat
first.
Zanwei, we're not killing him.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how that works.
that's
you know?
fair.
Legitimately how it works. You have to eat me first, though, then kill me.
Well, everyone,
On that note,
on that
That's a
note,
lot to eat right there.
Cheerful note.
Yeah, I was gonna say, by next week, Zane, we will have a new character. 'Cause
let me
everyone's gonna
start
eat
rolling
him.
this guy up.
Everyone's gonna eat him between sessions.
I'm thinking this time I'm gonna
But-
play a 9'2" blue dragonborn.
Oh,
Mix it up a bit. No,
Mix it up a little bit.
yeah.
That was, instead of being raised by hill giants, he was raised by frost giants.
Yeah.
Ooh. What's the class that he's playing? Oh, I'm playing a fighter, Rune Knight. I think
Different runes though. See, that's the trick. It's different runes.
different rune spell.
so you don't have to answer this, but I suspect Valdos to be Nook.
That would be great, man. I always wanted to play a changeling.
You know what? I have a sneaking suspicion. I really think that it's either the tavern owner or that Yelp is actually Nook.
Either of those
Best
would be
disguise
fantastic.
ever.
Either of those would be fantastic.
I can't imagine it's.
I mean, to his credit, Yelp was the only one who was smart enough to run away and hide when we started killing all the goblins.
Yeah, that
Oh.
seemed a little. I mean, goblins do that, but that like he immediately ran away. Like he didn't even attack; he just jumped. So I think, and he seemed a little too eager to accept my deal of being paid to basically follow me around. I don't know. Seems a bit sketchy.
Well,
there
I
was
mean,
also that whole
it-
bit about.
to be fair, at that time, his alternative was or be eaten.
Well, I mean, yeah, but all right.
I mean,
He didn't
how,
even think about it though.
how
Yeah,
reliable is the information that Nook went to look like a goblin to escape?
What?
That was made up by one of the party members.
Was that made up though?
Yeah, that was made up by one of the party members.
By
Yeah,
Valdos. That's the
Valdos
lie
is the
got
one that
out
said
Valdos.
it.
too.
Yeah, Valdo said that to try to convince this guy that Yelp was Nook. See, that was very convincing because even our party members think it.
Well,
think
no,
it's
I'm not sure. Because there's obviously something there that we're not being told.
Guys, I figured it out. I'm sorry to say this. Zane Wee is Nook.
Wait.
Zane
It
Wee's
all,
like,
it all.
you cut me.
I mean, think about it. It all makes.
Fun fact, because I've played a changeling before, they can't go a foot higher or lower than their normal height. So that's why he couldn't be Yelp, and that's why he couldn't be Zanewee.
Unless he was 8'2".
Yeah, you don't know. It could be that Nook is a midget. Or it could be Nook is like 7 feet tall or 8 feet tall.
Super tall
Well, he's-
changeling.
I was gonna say, he did say that they were hag folk. Hags aren't
What does-
exactly
what does
small
that mean?
creatures. Hag folk?
It's a special kind of creature. It's. I hate
They're
them. I hate them so much.
changelings are fey touched. They are typically the children of hags.
Oh.
They're like failed because okay, so whenever like hags will either they'll take children and like make new hags, but they can also give birth to like changelings, and changelings are just kind of weird. Like the lore is a little weird for them, but they're the children of hags, and they're usually like super pale, dark greasy hair, sunken eyes, stuff like that.
Is that homebrew? Because I don't think that's what it is in the lore.
It's like the original lore of change.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
original lore of changelings, because changelings isn't
Okay.
the changeling race isn't that I know of originally from D&D. It's originally from Pathfinder.
Yeah,
It's a little bit different in 5e.
Yeah, but
that's weird though, because
the thing is that I like the Pathfinder lore more, so it's
Oh
fine.
yeah, I totally get it.
yeah, it is weird though, because I never liked the D&D description of the changelings. It always seemed so boring to me. Like their true form is like pale skin, white hair. It always seems so like. I mean, you've got a creature that you got a creature that can turn into just about any, that can turn into literally any race, with, but like a very small variant on how tall or short they can be. And it always seems so stupid to me that their original form is like a humanoid looking thing.
Oh, I liked it because it was like a blank slate idea to me.
Well,
I
I mean,
was,
yeah, but
I was gonna say because the reason why they're humanoid is because the creatures that it takes to make them are humanoid.
well, yeah, no, I get that, but like, I don't like the way they look as I
Oh,
stall
right.
trying to find the image I'm looking for. Because I found this image online of what like I guess a doppelganger is technically what it is, and I always use them for my changelings as I try to find it stalling.
It looks like an alien with no mouth.
Kind of. It's like a I know it's been seen before a few times. I know that because I know the image has circulated a while. I just don't remember if I still have it. Please, Scheisse. Maybe to our monsters category.
I tried making a changeling rogue a while back, but the campaign never it fizzled out after the first session.
Mm.
I hate when this is why I became a DM because campaigns fizzle out way too.
Yeah, I was playing in a campaign and had a character I loved, and the DM didn't want to run it, but the group was kind of a mess, so I was okay with it.
It was not my fault, Zari. The group was terrible.
Here he is. I love this little bugger. This is what I use for every single changeling I've ever ran for the like actual. Oh god,
I've
that's
seen
the
this
wrong
image.
chat. Whoops. Hold on.
No, it's fine.
There we go. That's what I usually use for them. Cause like I mean I get the whole blank slate, but that looks much better. Cause if the way that they look, it looks like a human that just has albinism and no mouth.
I like how your changeling has moon ring skin. With depending on his emotions, his skin goes different colors.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
And it just I don't know. It always just made sense to me, I guess. But that's just me.
Oh, say goodnight. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.